Hi, my name is Eva, and I practice the philosophy of Asiman through the language of astrology. The name Asiman comes from Persian, Ase meaning sky, Man inside, or the philosophy of the sky in me, or the divine in me. Today, I was going to have a talk on the topic how to discover love in the present now. But since many couldn't make it in person, I decided to record this video and give you introduction on discovering love in the present now. Because I believe that once we have a meaning, we can bear anything in life. So when we look for hope, for faith, we have the inclination to look outside, or more precisely, to look up in the sky. But what do we come to find there? When we look up at the sky, we often associate it with day and night, light and dark, sun and moon. And the truth is both coexist, as above and below, within each and every one of us. In Greek mythology, the sun god Helios and the moon goddess Selene control the sun and moon movements across the sky, while on earth they control or form our essence, soul, and spirit, which in fact control our movement in life. While we live in this physical body, in this materially demanding existence, we often forget about our essence, and so it ends up costing us the life of our soul and spirit. So through the physical limitations we experience, we come back to understand one thing, that without living from soul and in spirit, nothing in this physical reality can truly provide us with any sense of meaning. As we go on a lifetime searching for meaning, any challenges, obstructions we come across persist only until the moment we awaken to the fact that all along, all that we have been searching for already has lived and lives within. The meaning we're here to see, to become aware of, and discover in the present now. But before I begin, not that I haven't already, I would like to start with a story. The story of the sun and the moon, which foretells that the sun was so in love with the moon that every night it would die to let the moon rise up and breathe. And despite how much he loved her, he couldn't get closer enough to her, aside from fleeting moments of at dusk and dawn, where they would get a glimpse of each other. And so, to let each other breathe, they will continue living with the hope of meeting at every dusk and dawn, sacrificing their desire of being closer together, as that would only go against what people believe. Only in times of eclipse, that mating would occur. So what does this story teach us? That sometimes the best thing we can do for the one we love is also the hardest. To let them go, as we allow them to breathe their gifts into the world. This story reveals that we cannot predict who we fall in love with, why and how it happens. But when we choose to love them, we can only find the meaning or meeting in the when, at dusk and dawn. Because when you find the one, and there can be plenty of the one, but the one that lives and moves with you through life, nothing can stop you or hold you back. Quite the opposite, it all becomes a matter of when. When is something we choose, when we create the right time by making the time for it. And on earth, for that love to live, timing is everything, and not some external measure of time. Rather, it depends on our internal clock of being able to give and receive love in the now. No one can dictate that but you. The timing you choose to see, to be, and live through the eyes of love. The time you sacrifice the need for everything to be perfect and right. The time you sacrifice the desire of perfection and rather turn that time around, make it meaningful by creating it. So, with that, you see, love is not something to chase, to go after, to look for. It is something we choose to live from. So, when we meet the one who reciprocates it, we can choose to create the time for it. Time becomes our most valuable currency for experiencing love. So, would you spend it in searching or becoming present to it? Because what life has turned into, souls searching for meaning and looking for attention in many different directions. Yet, what we have truly become starved of is presence. Presence to what is the love that lives within us. Where are we able to shine that light? What does it look like? Because someone out there is truly the one looking for your love when you choose to live it. We need to learn that love is not something to look for, but rather give, to express it. And that light is what attracts others to us. And that light we're all here to express in different ways, in different areas of our life. For this reason, I use the language of astrology to navigate how and what ways that light is expressed for each and every one of us. According to the book by Gary Chapman, there are 5 languages of love. And to me, there is only one language, which we express in many different ways. So we can all find love as we speak the same language when we learn to express it in the way we're given the gift to shine it through. And so for this, I look at an individual birth chart to help navigate to the how. How love for you is in its highest expression. Because if you're not, you're simply choosing to hide behind your ego, and thus you become invisible. Visibility you find when your meaning is larger than your ego. The meaning of being, regardless of the response or need of attention. When we are free from that need, we create the space to be present, and from a place of presence, we can only serve. And we can only be servants to the truth that already lives within. If your truth right now is that there is something missing, empty, or painful, then that's what you're serving back. Lack. But when the truth in you is love, then your service has already discovered its meaning in the present now. If you're interested in learning about how you have personally chosen to express and serve others, where your meaning lives, then you can contact me for a private consultation. I hope this message today served its purpose of guiding you back to look within and ask yourself, what is that I'm truly serving? And it's in the value that we invest our time in.